All right, and we are live. So here is our workout plan for today. It's Monday. Is today the 20th?
Yep.
April 20th. All right. So I am here. I'm joined by Coach Sam.
Coach Sam.
That's right.
Let me tell you, brothers.
Got the WWE hair.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
So I guess for today, all we need is a jump rope and some sort of heavy thing that you can hold. I have a dumbbell over there, but as we've said before, jug of water, a bucket of sand, a piece of metal, whatever. Or if you've got a dumbbell or something like that, then you're good to go. So we'll start off with doing a little bit of jump rope. We're gonna do a little bit of jump rope routines. So we're gonna start off with just doing some regular jump rope, just like that. Getting away from my routine. All right, and then we'll do a little bit of butt kickers. Or runner, I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. Step on the rope, that's always key. All right, and then after that screw up, we'll switch to another routine, high knees. So just one more screw, and then we'll be done with the jump rope. Alrighty, so we'll throw this off to the side, and then we're gonna do some side to sides. That's what I call them. And that is, all we're gonna do is just take a step off to the side, down, and then pick ourselves up. And we're working on using, I don't know which one's abductors or adductors. I could be way off with my terminology, but the muscles that lift your leg that way, and then the muscles that pull your legs together. Down. And if you really want to warm them up, you can kind of drag your foot and try and work on pulling your feet. And with the shiny new microphone that Tyler has hooked up to the phone, maybe you can hear my feet dragging on the floor. Slide, 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 slide. We'll do a couple more. All right. And then, of course, we're going to do some classic burpees, the ultimate warm-up. So jump. And when you go down, remember to make sure you're bending your knees. You're not bending your back. So keep your hips low, stand up, drop your hips low, and then up. Keeping my elbows in. Oh yeah, I suppose I can jump. Alrighty. Woo. Woo! Alright, and then of course we'll start off with opening the gate, Trying to keep your balance while you're moving on one foot. Moving your body while you're standing on one foot. Just like that. Now close the gate. I should have put a hairband on. Oh well. Lifting your knee up high. Making sure you're using the full range of all these little muscles that surround your hips. All right, cool. So now wash the feet. So stick my toe out like this, and then I'm gonna sit back over my back heel and splash water on my feet. And you can do it a couple times, right? If it's really dirty, bring your foot back. Whatever, not that big of a deal. Remember to keep your back as straight as you can when you're bent. So you feel these muscles, these spinal erectus muscles, something like that. Need to keep those tense. Don't let those relax and start bending your back. More for anything is good posture. It's a good thing to learn. Good thing to learn on how to engage those muscles. Because if you ever want to start lifting weights, doing fun things, squats, deadlifts, those you have to learn how to, activate those muscles. Because otherwise you'll hurt yourself, and then you won't be able to work out at all. You won't be able to get stronger at all because you've made a disc in your back ooze out and squeeze your nerve in. So learn the posture even when we're not lifting weights. It'll help you when you lift weights. Okay, so we did that. Now yoga lunge sequence. So I'm gonna stand in a tension position, and I'm going to kind of kick out into a lunge, land like this, and then I'm gonna reach forward as far as I can, and then touch my elbow and look up, and we're kind of stretching this back side of our rib. And back, and we're stretching out this side of our body. So I'm not leaning back necessarily, but I'm trying to reach up to the ceiling. And I'm trying to stretch myself towards the ceiling. And then we're gonna rotate, and on my back foot, I'm gonna pivot on my big toe. I'm gonna pivot like this, and then I'm going to sink down and straighten my leg, and I'm gonna try and put weight back and relax my calf. So, and trying to gently feel the weight pushing my back heel towards the ground. And I'm kind of feeling the stretch right here. And if you get it right, and if you relax enough, which is a chore within itself. I mean, I remember doing yoga, and I was doing it twice a week, personal instruction, right? And it took me a couple months to be like, oh wait, that's how that position is supposed to stretch you, right? Just because I was just too tense and I didn't learn to relax and do all that stuff. So eventually you'll feel it, but you gotta learn to relax your body and all that stuff. So maybe right now you're not feeling a stretch. It's a learning process, right? That's why, I don't know. I mean, there's validity to yoga, and I was gonna go off in some sort of classes rant, but I'll save it for another time. We'll step back, and then we'll take our other foot that was behind, we'll bring that forward, out into the lunge, and lean forward, and then reach up, and then back, and then pivot on the back foot, and this hip is behind this hip, and when I pivot, it's going to come up and alongside of it, right? So everything from my pelvis upwards is basically like I was standing and facing that way. Try and relax, and if you gotta make adjustments like I'm doing, that's fine, right? You don't want your feet too far apart, because then you're just kind of straining yourself. My feet aren't that far apart, and I'm learning to relax in the places where I wanna feel the stretch, right? So in my calf and in this hip flexor right here, or whatever muscle it's called. And I'm just learning to relax. And I can't quite relax my calf, so I got to bring my feet a little closer together with each other, because I want to make sure that my calf on my back leg is kind of relaxing, and I'm allowing my weight to push the heel to the ground. All right, cool. All right, now they'll do everybody's favorite downward dog. So, and the same thing applies here as what I was talking about, relaxation. Keep learning to relax, use your breath to relax your body. Breath is the most important thing in yoga. It also allows you to control your body when you're getting freaked out. And that's an important thing too, because you know breathing exercises, and there's kind of a feedback loop between your brain and the outside world, so in your body. So like, if you can manually adjust how you're breathing, then your brain's gonna kind of catch on and start calming down. Right? You can even do it to yourself right now. If you start breathing really fast, you kind of feel yourself getting hyped up. So, fake it till you make it, right? So if you're not calm, act like you're calm with deep breathing, and then eventually you'll actually be there. So, curl our toes in, our hands pointing forward, our elbows tucked in, and then I'm gonna raise up, and I'm gonna push myself back. I'm trying to push my hips back over my heels. I'm never gonna get there, but at least I'm pushing in that direction. Relaxing my head. If you want to, you can kind of do a pedaling motion. Put the weight on one leg and then the other. Try and stretch out the hamstring and the calf muscles. Try and control your breath. If you gotta put on your hands and knees, that's fine. In fact, I'm gonna do it right now. Kind of recenter myself, right? And things are getting a little tense there or whatever. All right, I'm recentered, getting my breathing in order. On the exhale, push myself back. All right. Whew. I always get so hot in downward dog. I don't know whether, who knows, the fire inside me burns brightly. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're work on lunging, and particularly with the lunge is we're going to work on kind of keeping our front foot up in the air. So we'll start off with, we don't need, I guess I forgot to mention, we're going to need a stick or a sword, I guess. It's kind of optional, but it helps, but not right now, in a little bit. So, lunging, all right? So we'll be on guard, and all I want you to do is, I want you to pick your foot up and start falling, and then kick your foot out the last second. So you're gonna pick it up, and then kick out. So you see how there's kind of a distinct lifting, and I'm falling forward, right? Lifting, and I'm falling forward. Not fast, right? But we gotta get used to that falling idea, because instability gives you options. And so you gotta kind of have to start being off balance, and then you start moving, and then you can adjust from there. But you can't just be solid. Being super stable means that you can't change. So pick the foot up, and then kick it out. Pick the foot up, and then kick it out. Right, now I am being a meathead right now. Not much, but a little bit. And we don't necessarily need to be doing anything super high test, right? You just pick it up and then kick it out. It takes about the same amount of time for my front foot to hit the ground, right? Going forward, it's physics, right? No matter how fast I go forward that way, gravity's gonna pull me down to the ground the same rate, right? Doesn't matter. And so whether I'm going this far or this far, it's the same amount of time, right? So that's something to consider. We don't need to do big steps because we can, right? You can work on it, but we're kind of working on just timing. So pick the foot up and then kick out. Pick the foot up. And also doing things really soft allows you to kind of feel like the balance, and you get the technique down really well. And then when you apply power, then la-di-da, flying at people, stabbing folks, it's all good. All right, we've done enough of that, and so now we're going to add in the hand to that action. All right. It's right over there. All right. So what we want to do is we're going to be holding our foot, and we're going to be kicking just like what we were doing before, right? You're up, and then you kick forward for the hit. That's when you kind of want to be hitting the person, right? It's kind of a timing signal. So, and that's when your hand extends. So you're going to pick your foot up and then hit. All right. Pick the foot up and then hit. All right. So I'm just picking the foot up and waiting. Waiting. Oh, okay, there I can hit. Right. Hit. Hit. All right. So I'm just falling forward and watching what's going on, and then I'm kicking my foot out. Boom. So this isn't exactly like the only way to do it, right? You can kick way out and really extend and wait with the hand. You can push it to the last minute, but you could explore that as you get more comfortable doing things, right? So you can like, bang, right? But later, right? No meathead today. No meathead for now. Boom. All right, and that was a pretty long lunge, and I barely tried. I'm just feeling the timing out. Boom. All right, cool. Let me go grab my sword. It's right over here, and you guys can grab yours.
Take a quick peek at our workout plan for today, just in case you missed it. Of course, you can check our feed or pause the video if you need to check it out. Oh, here we are.
This is where we are, right here. Find open line. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my sword. And that means you're going to start moving towards me. Or start the lunge, I'm sorry. Move towards me with a lunge, right? So I'm going to go drop, and then I'm going to parry, and then you're going to cut to where my blade is not. Pretty simple. So, drop. Hit, drop, hit, drop, hit, drop, hit, drop, hit. Other thing that we want to be concentrating on when we're doing that lunge, I can't see you, so I can't reprimand you, but good recovery, right? Lunge, recover. Leaving that hand out there, watching me the whole time, all right? Vitally important, even though I'm not doing anything, but maintain focus on me. I am not to be trusted. Remember that. Especially on a fencing strip, right? Don't trust me, right? I have some sort of plan, and I'm gonna try and enact it, right? So you have to pay attention to what I'm doing, right? I'm not just gonna let you necessarily get out of distance. Sometimes I will, but not necessarily, right? And so don't get in the habit of letting your focus dissipate after you're done doing an action, because that's how you lose fencing matches. All right, anyways. Recover. And try and don't do a big push, right? Just kind of float that front foot. Just start falling forward. Fall, kick. Fall, kick. Fall, kick. Fall, kick. Fall, kick. All right, cool. We don't want to spend too much time doing this, so we'll move along. So we're going to do the next drill just for a little bit. And so you're going to take a step back, all right? And you're just going to, I'm going to drop my sword, and you're going to do an advance. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer. So I'm going to go drop, advance, kick. All right? Drop, advance, kick. Drop, advance, kick. 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 All right, cool. So we'll move along. That's just kind of get your feet involved, and you know. So now we'll move on to feint cut. All right. So basically, since I'm lefty and most of you guys are righties, I guess there might be a few lefties out there, but you'll figure it out. I wonder if there's like kind of a screen, like mirroring. Well, whatever. Anyways, probably, but that's too much work for me.
Turn your phone upside down.
Yeah, turn your phone upside down. There you go. So 4 to 3. All right. So we'll be on guard here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go turn, all right, and so my blade is across, right, and threatening 4 line. If it was, well, yeah, whatever. 4. That's 4. It was lefty. But anyway, so I'm putting it here, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my hand, and if you watch my point doesn't drop. Okay? It does a little bit if I want to get around the blade, but we don't need to be emphasizing a U. We need to be emphasizing a straight line, and your hand's just in the right position, and you just drop the point. Your point goes from there to there, right? And that makes the change. Right, so we just want to think about making a straight line, and then you can add in little dips if you need to. All right, so we're here, and then cut. All right, ba, 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 ba. Well, this is, yeah, I guess 3 to 4, but whatever, same difference. So turn, turn. Turn, and also if you look at when I'm holding a sword, right? If I'm on guard, right, and I'm on guard, I kind of hold, everything's kind of in this straight line, right? But when I'm feinting, I don't necessarily want to have my point way out there, and I want to give some space for the grip in my hand, so it has a place to move. If I just kind of have it here and I'm doing that, it's too much weight, right? I want to use my fingers because these are very precision things. You know, I mean, these are what built the modern age, essentially, right? People figured out how to do precise things before computers and machinery and all that stuff. So, but you got to give them space, right? If everything's locked down, then you won't have the thing. So I'm using my fingertips, and I'm creating space in between my palm and the grip. So, ba, 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 ba. Feint, and then extend. Feint, and then extend. Feint, and then extend. And the cut should be like, this is what gets people's attention, right? Fast action, like turn, and then extend. Right, smooth extension, right? They see a fast action, that's what they need to deal with, right? That's the threatening looking thing. And all of a sudden, then your hand, the blade just kind of slides off to the side. People have a hard time catching on to that because it doesn't look frightening or fast or surprising, right? And so it's hard for the brain to track. They actually have to be paying attention, right? This grabs even the most inattentive person's attention. maybe, probably. I guess I've seen exceptions to that rule, but, so. Feint, right? Look at this, so I can hit you there. Look at this, so I can hit you there. Look at this, hit you there. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna feint. So you're gonna feint here, and then what I want you to do is your arm's back, right? So that's part of the feint, right? I'm not extending my arm all the way out there. I'm keeping my hand back, right? So it just looks a little bit like I'm cutting, and then I'm gonna push it out the rest of the way and relax, cut. Feint, cut. Feint, cut. Feint, cut. Feint, cut. Feint, cut. Feint, cut. And the same idea here, right? I'm allowing space, and so I can allow the blade to move with my fingers. The other thing that I'm doing, and this is something you can do, right? You know, cutting dandelion heads off in your yard or whatever. Feel how the sword wants to move in your hand. Feel the balance point in the sword. This is something you can do. If your parents yell at you, then you can say, Coach Sam told me over the internet to do this. And then I can get some angry phone calls. My hydrangeas. So if you could see, I'm kind of pivoting right here, and that's where the center of balance is, right? And so I'm feeling it with my fingers, right? I can feel how the sword wants to move, right? And that's just me experience having a sword in my hand, right? I know how it feels, right? I know where it wants to go when I have my hand on it. I know how to push it a certain way, pull it, you know, because I've been doing this for a long time. So, but you guys might as well get in on the action as well. Feint, cut. Feint, cut. All right, so we'll move along. So now with a lunge, right? So you're gonna go feint, feint, cut, right? And so we have different levels of people maybe watching it. So we have I'll have a little bit of two variations. All right, for people. You could try it both ways, right? This is just a little more advanced concept, a little more advanced ways. One way is you go feint, and then you begin the cut and the lunge together. Cut, right? Feint, cut, right? The more advanced way is you start the lunge, and then you do the feint and the lunge. So you're doing that long lunge that we were talking about. That's how you want to, approach it. So I come in here and I go feint, cut. Right, so I'm doing not a long lunge as far as distance, but my foot's in the air for quite some time, right? So lunge, feint, cut. Oh, I was supposed to do 4 to 3, but same idea, right? Feint, cut. Feint, cut. And really, it depends on, for those two different ideas, pretty much it's the skill level of your opponent, right? If someone that has a hard time, right, they're not experienced, and you're kind of way ahead of them in the timing, you show a feint, then they parry. Why do you need to do so many things in such a short amount of time, right? Unnecessary. You probably just end up on their guard because they're searching blindly. They don't know where you are. Which brings up what I wanted to mention in this too was the feint is not supposed to scare your opponent, right? Your feint is to give them a clear place to go. Does that make sense? Right? That's their chance, right? There's this chaos, right? You're moving in and out of the distance, changing the tempo, and all of a sudden there's this moment of clarity where your blade is going to a certain place at a certain time, and they register it, and they're like, oh, yes, dang it, right? Like that's kind of, they're still probably like hyped up, and if you got them on the run and you got them like all ramped up because you're changing things around, they're probably all, freaked out anyways, or at a heightened state at that point. So you don't need to try and like intimidate them at that point. You've already intimidated them. They're running away from you, right? They don't want to engage with you, so, they're scared, right? And so you want to give them a clear instruction of what to do, right? Also reading their proclivities. How do people? What's their strongest parry? What's the thing that they react to? What's their go-to, lizard brain defensive action? And then you just figure out the timing to give the signal. They make them do that instinctual action, and there, bada bing, right? And for most fencers, that's about all you need to do, right? You figure out, okay, like that's they like doing this in this situation, they don't like doing that in that situation. All right, well, if I get here, then I know that I can make them do that, so I can hit them like that, and I'll push them that. Oh, this situation, they'll freak out, so I'll just wait until they're done spazzing and then hit them. And you don't have to be a technically better fencer or a more athletic fencer or whatever. You just have to be like, oh yeah, they really like doing that, despite their coaches yelling at them from the sidelines, and they really get freaked out when they're put in this position. Feints, right? If someone's freaking out or they like the parry, then feint to that line, right? Because they'll probably just react because, that's their instinct. Or if they, if they don't like parrying, then, even the slightest provocation is going to get them to overreact, right? Because they're scared. You go, boink. All right, anyways, so we'll get back to, we were doing that with a lunge. All right, we'll skip ahead. So with an advanced lunge, now we'll do this in a little bit of a two-part. So we'll do it with an advance. So same thing, we're gonna do a feint with our back foot, right? Advance feint, and then lunge, right? Right? And so make sure it's on the back foot, right? Alright, so we can step out nice and taut, nice and relaxed, right? So with the front foot, right? Alright, and then again, if you want to do it a little more advanced, you start the advance, get into the lunge, right? Advance, right? In that, in the lunge. I should do a better recovery. Thanks for calling me out on that. So, all you people out there, that's good. Just like that. All right, cool. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to step back. All right, I'm gonna drop my blade. So you're going to do an advance. All right, and I'm going to parry. All right, I'm just going to parry 3. All right, and then you're going to feint to my foreline, and I'm going to go parry, and you can decide on where you're going to go, here or here. Doesn't matter. All right. And so I'm here, and as I parry, you're going to advance, right? Advance, and on the back foot, you're going to feint, and then cut right here, right? So we'll do it step by step a little bit right here. So advance with the back foot, and then lunge, yes. So front foot, back foot, lunge. Front foot, back foot, and lunge. Front foot, back foot, lunge. Front foot, back foot, lunge. Ba-dum-ba. Ba-dum-ba. Ba-dum. Ba-dum. Yep. Ba-dum. 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 I guess I can do this way. Do it right-handed too, right? Ba-dum. 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 ba. All right, so now we can do it a little bit later now, right? In the lunge, right? So you go advance, feint cut. 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 Advance, feint. Getting ahead of myself. So, ready? Everybody's ready? Advance, feint cut. Yes. Keep that front foot up in the air. Advance, feint cut. There we go. All right, cool. That about finishes the drills. Hopefully you guys had fun. So now we're gonna move on to the workout. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 20 mountain climbers, 10 push-ups, and 10 goblet squats. Goblet squats. We're gonna do 6 rounds of that, and then we're gonna finish it off with 100 crunches and 100 kickouts because who doesn't like doing abs?
Put your hand down.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we'll get started. I'll probably warm up way too much from this. There. All right. So we'll count to 20 with one leg. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 10 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What did I say, 10? I wish I could remember things. Yes. 20, 10, and 10. Alrighty. Like, glorious. So for goblet squats, I find if I hold this super tight to my chest, like I'm not trying to drop it, it helps with my posture. If I let it dip out, then that puts some weird strain on my back. So whatever weight you're using, hold it tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Round 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 12, Yup. If you don't do 10, that's fine, or if you gotta do 10 from your knees, perfectly fine too. Progress is the name of the game. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. My weak little bird chest. Oh. Almost halfway done, folks.
Almost there.
Almost there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10.
Woohoo!
Oh, yup.
50%.
Then the real fun begins. Abs after this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 2 more?
Yeah,
Okay.
67%.
Like I said, I wish I could count or remember things. Both of those.
One more.
Uno más. Uno más. Eight. Oh.
Yes.
Alrighty, I think I need a quick drink of water. I suppose you guys do too.
Some of you might still be finishing up your last set.
Yeah.
I know I would be. All right, we are way down here at the bottom. Just 200 more things.
Yeah, but they're easy. Alright. Alright. Crunches. So I'll start off side to side. I guess it's all on video, so you guys will be able to see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Woo! All right. Only 100 more things. All right. So I'll start off like this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 18, 19, 20. Oh, I'm weak, fellas. Ankle wheels. All of the above, none of the above. Point is, I'm out of shape, just like everybody is in this time. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 17, 18, 20. Woo! All right. Well, I'm human. So, there you go. I guess that's Monday live stream. And stay safe. Definitely stay hydrated. That's what I'm about to do. And don't touch your face. So, toodles.